Hi, this is Attila16 and this is a video of Daisy, and this is mostly an opportunity to start a discussion about something. Has anyone seen Stan Lee's new YouTube channel? That's why I said Stan Lee.
How would you like to see Spider-Man whoop Superman's ass?
He's the creator of the Avengers, Spider-Man and X-Men. He's letting loose on YouTube and it's awesome. His new channel is called World of Heroes. It's fully dedicated to amazing story and incredible heroes. You must subscribe here if you love Stan the Man. And his channel is really interesting because it contains multiple interviews with different actors that you might see in different series. And also it contains a lot of videos about the history of comic book and that kind of stuff. And that leads me to that discussion potentially about heroes and video game. Because I think in the industry it started with, oh look, you're that awesome hero, and usually you'll have superpower and that kind of stuff at the beginning. For example, Mega Man and that kind of stuff. These were literally superhero. And then later on, what happened is that you started to have more humane heroes. And I think Daisy, for example, is a great example of humans heroes in a way, because you're starting in the middle of nowhere, and your only purpose in life is to survive. And at the same time, what is interesting about this is that this game is about up to a certain point the normal guy, and you know, you have no special ability. You're just a guy in the middle of nowhere. And what is interesting about Daisy is that you're like, you can be a good guy, you can help out everybody, or you can become a bandit, and then that leads to all kind of different behavior. And the other day I was listening to a conference by Rocket, the guy that created the mod Daisy, and he was giving a few examples of the kind of hilarious stuff that happened in Daisy, like a guy getting adopted. Not adopted, but abducted, and then being used to check out if there was zombies in the building. Well, at least that was an example from the audience. And then the guy, a guy that just came in the middle of a group of survivors and started to axe them with an axe. So that's random, and it is totally unintended, and it's all about the human behavior in a way. And I think it's a kind of big evolution. When you look at all the comic books that used to be done, it's all about people with superpower doing extraordinary thing and fighting for justice. But when you look at Daisy, it's quite the opposite. It's the regular guy that fight to survive or just avoid the enemy. He's hiding and he has no power at all, and you'll die at any time. And I think that's an interesting evolution. At the same time, you can become a villain, and it's pretty much, it has become a kind of game where you're just shooting whatever moves because you cannot trust anybody anymore. And I think this is quite an evolution when you look at the video game industry, because you started with games which were all about oh look, I'm a hero for justice and I'll save everybody. And when you look at, for example, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, you're like that badass bunch of soldiers, super well equipped, and you're a superhero because you have all this sci-fi equipment, which is crazy. And then you have Max Payne, which is a kind of total anti-hero, which is kind of, he's in the middle of a mess, and along the game he keeps bitching about it. He's complaining non-stop. But it's all about a kind of hero. And I think the heroes have really evolved over time, because when I was young, the hero was somebody, you know, which is nearly flawless. But nowadays, it's like everybody has plenty of flaws. I think in Daisy now, you really see plenty of different flaws emerge, because it's like at the beginning there was some cooperation. You could actually go close to a survivor and you know, try to work with him, even though you will not necessarily communicate. But nowadays, it's like it's a bunch of small bunch of bandits, and they will just shoot everything that moves. It's like you don't go ask that survivor if he is friendly, because he will shoot you. And same thing the other way around. And actually, Rocket in his conference was actually referring to, oh, perhaps people should organize a vigilante and create security in some zone and that kind of stuff. And I think that would be great. It's just that the problem with DayZ is that there's so many people, and you cannot control them all. And since you can jump from one server to the other, and there's no sense of, you know, kind of community. So sometimes it would be nice that just people will stick on the same server all the time, and then you could organize some kind of civil order, kind of, and then you will have some people that will ultimately just defend the towns and that kind of stuff, and that could be interesting. And actually, what I would like to know about is what is your vision of heroes nowadays in games? And did you guys prefer heroes that are like the super kind of heroes, or perhaps moderate kind of heroes, or do you prefer the kind of DayZ heroes where you're just a regular guy and you do whatever you want? So that's what I wanted to talk about, and I'm looking forward to your answer there. And from there, I'll let you enjoy this small run at DayZ. Essentially, just to contextualize the video. I was stuck outside the map, you know, with what they call the debug forest thing, where you spawn outside the map. So essentially, I had to go back inside the map, and now I'm just refilling my inventory in this video. I had nobody to play with at that time. I don't know why, where we go, but anyway. Also, I would like to know, is anybody interested to play DayZ with us? Because it could be interesting to just get a bunch of my subscribers together in that world, and I don't know when I'll do that, but I'm just, if you're a volunteer, perhaps indicate me your interest.